streaming and then we can begin. See if anybody else comes on. Joy's on. Joy will have to go in a bit because she'll get a phone call for work. They never leave her alone. Hi Darren, you all right, mate?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Paul.
Good. Right, hang on. There's YouTube. Right, cool. There's the YouTube link going. I'll record this one as well, just in case. Because Eric always wants to chop it up and it takes ages for the transcript to come, which is what he uses, so I'll record it. And there's a blast from the past. There's
Oh my
Crookshank
goodness.
is here, the Crookshankmeister. How you doing, Sarah?
Hello, are you all right?
Yeah, not bad. The online marketing world missed you like a
Oh
virus.
God, it's mad here. I'm trying to get back into it, but it's just been, a bit mad, but nice to see you all.
Well, is that your home?
You
for the
too.
Fire
Oh
Extinguisher?
yeah, it's still a building site, Paul.
Really? Is that your house?
This is the office, yeah. It's like now being transformed into something else, but
Rob can't leave it alone, can he?
he can't sit still.
When is he not building?
I know. It's
I know,
like, that's
it's
his
mad.
job. And yet
I
he
don't think
comes
I've
up.
ever. I think you've been under construction for the last 20 years, haven't you?
Yeah,
Is
still
it
got another
like-
20 to go probably.
People from Essex, guys, if you're not in the UK, there's just something about them, and it's just like, oh, I think I could do with a wall there. I'll just go and build one. Because I used to cover it
Yeah.
at Hillary's. When I worked at Hillary's, I used to cover it, and honestly, other guys that were just like, yeah, this customer needed some blinds, but they didn't have the right sort of roof, so I just replaced the roof for them. You know, it's like, what? Especially when they're a builder. And hi, Deborah. Hope you're well. Can't see you. Is it dark there? Must be dark.
I'll be on in a minute.
Oh, it's all right. Take time. Right. We're going to talk likes, how to get agreement from your audience before they even buy from you. So that's going to be my bit. Then we could maybe show, well, the best thing maybe is just led by you guys. Unless Eric's got anything particular he'd like to cover, but we can talk about helping you guys with what you need. But we'll get this bit done because this is important, right? So as I'm looking at some of your profiles and stuff, and I'm looking at your marketing, some of you haven't got any marketing there. And one of the things that you'll hear from everyone who's made it online is consistency, right? You are so lucky these days because you can schedule. You can actually schedule stuff to go out, right? You used to have to buy special software to do it, and then it wouldn't work, and it would get your account banned sometimes and stuff like that. But we're going to talk a bit about maybe why it's important now, right? So I met my wife in a travel agent. She was the last resort.
Oh, you're so dead.
She can't hear me. She's out.
Yeah, but I can tell her.
That doesn't mean the rest of us can't tell her, yeah.
She won't believe you because we have no like and trust. Right. But the point is, like when you can remember when you're on the dating scene, God, it's been so long. But you don't. Somebody has to, and that, again, unless you live in Essex, maybe, but you don't. You normally would have to catch somebody's eye, right? And then you strike up a friendship, and then that develops, and whatever. And you can't just go and ask somebody for a sale. You need to build a relationship. You need to build know, like, and trust, right? So, if you do see somebody you like, and you might meet them, and it's like they seem really attractive and they're really nice, and you're getting on great, and she likes old 1980s computers because there's a ton of women that do, not. But anyway, do you know what I mean? And then she loves the way you play guitar, and then you find out, I don't know, she likes the Patriots or something like that in America, right? Just to upset Eric. And that puts you, because you're a Seahawks guy, right? Okay. So this is what can happen online. So there's a big phrase, and if you just write this down, is likes, likes. If you remember one thing from this little bit, it's likes, likes. So how do they get to know, right, if you're like them? And these are your audience. These are going to be your people that tend to join you online. And with social media, what's great is, I put this out. Where is it? Is it still here? Or maybe it's in the other room now. Oh, here. So I do things like this. I put this out. I generally will always get some comments, right, from anything I put out. This is a magazine from 1983, right? I brought a few of them online, right? So who's going to read that sort of magazine? It's going to be some sad, slightly overweight, balding git like me, same sort of age, who grew up in the 80s. You know, that's my audience. Anybody that sees that, you often get, oh my God, did you have a Commodore 64? And oh no, Mutant Camels for you, eh? Which was a game, you know, and stuff like that, you know, which was a game. So they can instantly relate based on something that happened 40 odd years ago, right? They can relate to me. But I have to put that out online for them to see that. I play guitar, so sometimes I put guitar stuff out. I tell jokes. Why do I tell jokes? Why do you think they use celebrities in adverts? You like the celebrity, you see him on an advert for selling whatever product, but by association, right, you like the product. People like celebrities. I was watching the Michael Jackson trial, been a program on. And his supporters, his fans go crazy. Leave Michael alone, leave Michael alone. They can't see. It's like Trump as well. Trump has it. Hitler had it, right? I always say if Hitler used his powers for good, just imagine, right? Because he could command a crowd. His supporters were like, you know, so into what he did. He could get away with literally murder, you know, because he had it. But how does that happen? Because he would promote all the time. Trump's on, you know, our guys, our politicians, you don't see them anywhere near as much as you see Trump. If Trump isn't on TV for an hour, you begin to get worried, don't you? It's like, is he all right? Okay. And a lot of you, you're not promoting enough. So how can I get to know if I'm going to know, like, and trust you? Which is the other thing. Likes, like, likes. Know, like, and trust. So how am I going to know if I get to know, like, and trust you if you just do like one post a week? Or you do a few posts for a week or two and then you stop, right? Because the other way is like with the dating thing, that familiarity, you get to know each other. Well, if I'm going out with a girl and all of a sudden we're out for 2 weeks and everything's wonderful and then she just disappears for 2 weeks, how do you feel then? Go and find someone else? Think they're not reliable? Might be glad to see them back, but then if they go again, you can't build up that relationship, can you? Does that make sense? So if you're just yourself and you accept your sad geeky shit that you were into 40 odd years ago, but you've still actually got 13 ZX Spectrums. So nobody needs 13 ZX Spectrums. I've obviously got some sort of mental condition, but you understand what I'm saying, right? People can relate to it, even though it's 46 odd years ago and I'm still doing it. And I always get comments. So I'm just being myself. What a geeky twat to have 13 ZX defunct computers. Well, they're not because they're great. You know, I've got 2 Commodore 64s. I've got 3 ZX81s. Got all the accessories that I couldn't afford as a kid. Fucking love it. Right? But guess what? So do a lot of other guys my age. And then, guess where I get customers from? The same sad gits. So you need a mix of business. But if you're just talking business all the time, they're not getting to know, like, and trust you, are they? There's an element of, yeah, they can see what I do. Right. So they can see what you do with business, right? But there's nothing, if there's nothing around it, you need to promote about yourself a little bit. So I've got a few notes off AI, but what was it? So that likes, like, it's just mean people that are like you. That's pretty straightforward. If you tell stories, like we were talking to a guy earlier, he's doing the co-branding thing with us. We're talking to him about telling his story, you know, what he's done and stuff like that. And he's a super smart guy. And everything he's done online, he does a lot of CPA offers and stuff like that. And it's all getting harder. But if he can tell those as stories, again, anyone looking to make money online can kind of relate to it. But he's not telling it. He's not doing video. He's not out there doing it. He likes to be behind the scenes. So there's no like and trust. He's just relying totally on numbers and ads. And as it gets more expensive to run ads, he's struggling. Because that's the way ads are going. They're just getting more and more expensive, and you know, it's hard to make a profit. There's another way to get people to like you. Just bribe them. Seriously, just bribe them. Here's a guide to get 6 ways to generating free leads. Here's how to make quiet commissions without putting your face on camera. Do you want it? Yeah, I'll have it. And there's a thing, it's called the law of reciprocity, which I never used to be able to say. So it's a bit of a breakthrough for me. Yeah, I said it. The law of reciprocity, right? If you give somebody something, they naturally feel inclined to give you something back, even if it's just a bit of attention, even if it's just a bit of, yeah, I'll look at that, you know, or it's just a bit of, yeah, I'll see what you've got, Paul, send me more, or I'll talk to you or whatever, because you're building that know, like, and trust. So you should all have a lead magnet. Well, guess what? We give you one, but you're welcome to make your own if you think it will do better for your audience, your age group, your demographic, they call it, don't they? Your avatar, your ideal customer. But every time I ever do the perfect customer exercise with people, it always ends up being them. Who is your perfect customer, right? I can't relate to Commodore 64 users because I'm a Spectrum guy. Because I can't relate to them. No, you know what I mean. Okay, we're not going to do that. I'm not talking about building rapport, right? Now then, know, like, and trust. And we'll talk micro agreements briefly. The other thing you need to start doing, guys, is sharing what you know. Because believe me, we've really learned this year. It's like we're saying to people, yeah, you just change the link on the back of that PDF. That's what you need to do. Just put your link on. Just edit it. And for a lot of people out there, that's like, oh, okay. But we're finding, aren't we, that more people are like, I hear what you're saying, but that's like Swahili. No, just open the PDF, right, get the PDF, right? You can open it in a PDF editor, Google Docs, whatever, Canva. Do it in Canva, it's free, right? Okay, and change the link on the back. And it's like people are almost, and I'm not exaggerating, how do I turn my computer on to even get to Canva? Do you know what I mean? It's like we're getting to that. So I'm looking at doing like a total beginner of course. I'm thinking like I'll put it out there and maybe we can let you all have that, I don't know, to get customers. But that's quite what I'm thinking at the minute, is just going back to a real, what is a link? What is affiliate marketing? Yeah, what is attraction marketing? How do I edit an image, right? And actually just go right back to simple. Now I'll give you a clue, and actually I mentioned you, Sarah, the other day, Sarah. Do you remember a while ago you were talking about YouTube? And there's what, I don't know if you can remember, but there's a guy, he made a video showing how to make a cup of tea, which,
Yeah,
like,
it went mental, didn't it? Everyone was
yeah,
watching.
I mean, we do that like 6 times a day in Britain. You know, it's just a standard thing, right? And then, but yeah, he got like millions of views. Was it something like 2 million views?
Yeah, just something really basic can sometimes just trigger a massive
Yeah.
following on it.
And if you go and look on YouTube for like how to edit a link in Canva, again, they get hundreds of thousands of
Yeah,
views sometimes.
something
You know?
really simple.
So one thing that we hear a lot is, I don't know anything, Paul. I'm not as far ahead as you. You know, it's all right for you. You know what you're doing. You've got this skill, right? But honestly, guys, if you can open Canva and change a link, if you can do a funnel in HBA, or you just edit like Darren sent me a message, didn't you, Darren, saying that training, Paul, bloody fantastic. I've got a funnel up for the first time. That should be all over Facebook and YouTube and possibly TikTok.
Another
Right.
good thing that works as well is if you're doing something for yourself for the very first time, record you doing it for the very first time and say, right, I'm completely new at this, so let me do it first with you, and I'll, if I fuck up, I'll fuck up, and you watch me have a car crash online, but people will watch it, and
Well,
people will want to see it.
people prefer the car crash than the
Even if you're not confident at saying, just do it, video it, and put it out there, and it will be like, oh, okay.
There's some videos, and I've seen guys, and what they do is they take like a side hustle video or a way to make money online video, and they go, right, let's try it. And there's a guy called Chad Kimball, he does it, and he sells his own. I know Chad Kimball from when I used to have an SEO business. He had a group, and it was shit hot. It was a lot of money to be in it, but because Google don't tell you what they're doing, because if they did, everybody would rank #1. So Google never told you what they did, and we all had to work it out. And I paid him a few $100s a month to be part of his group, and there was a big network of people that, like, every time there was a change, they'd all test stuff to try and work out what it was. So he's a super smart guy. But that's one of the things he does, and he's selling his own Google Maps course or something, of course. But he's like, okay, well, let's give it a go then. And he's like, well, this doesn't work, and and I think there was only one thing that really ever made him money. have all the stuff online. You could all do that if you wanted to. But the point really that I'm making is you don't think you know anything. We spoke to a guy today, he's super clever with CPA offers and stuff like that. Me and Eric don't know that world, you know. He knows what he's doing, and he's teaching, he's telling us a little, if you don't know what it is, what's it, cost per acquisition? I don't know. See, but basically cost per acquisition, I think it
Yeah,
is.
cost
Yeah.
per acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you might have a, you know, you were saying you can have a $17 product, but if the customer buys it, they'll pay you $40 because they know that customer will go on and keep the product for so long, or so many customers upgrade and they can afford to pay you just for getting that, you know, just for getting that one sale. But that world's getting like impossible, basically. So would you recommend it? No. But to him, he was teaching us, like, for him, it's really simple. And you guys got to realize the bar is low, right? The bar is low. People on this call will ask me things that to me is like, well, I've been doing it years. It seems easy. If you can edit a graphic, if you can add a link to something, if you can create a simple page in a funnel, you've got a market for that on YouTube, where people go and look for this stuff, right? Then you can record. You don't have to put your face on camera if you don't want, because you just record the screen. In fact, if you use like Flicky, in video, you could probably even make the training video just totally with AI, but it won't be as good as you doing it, right? Because if you do it, people can get to know, like, and trust, right? So I would seriously look to just teach him what you know, no matter how simple you think it is, and it's something I want to do, right? So I would do that. Now, micro agreements. You're all here to make money, aren't you? And you don't want to get scammed, do you? So you'd like something easy, wouldn't you?
Yep.
There's 3 micro agreements. You've just agreed with me. The chances of you all knowing, like, and trusting me has just gone up by X%. I don't know the percentage. But you've all just agreed with me. So an agreement could be a no. No, I don't want that. That's still an agreement, isn't it? Right? So again, wow, he's into old computers. I had a Spectrum. That was great. That's almost like a micro agreement. Would you like my free guide? Yes, please. That's a micro agreement, right? And apparently, if there's this thing, I don't know if it's that true, but there was some scientific stuff done. If you get 5 in a row, you can almost go, you'd like to make some money, yeah? Oh yeah, of course. You don't want to get ripped off, no. And you'd like it to be simple, yeah? And you want to do it online, yeah? Something you can do from home, yeah? Well, buy this then. Yeah, okay. It's almost like if you can get 5 micro agreements, the science says basically they'll do anything. on the 6th one, they'll just do anything, right? It isn't true, because I've tried it with some women I know down at the local pub, so that doesn't work. But maybe in an online setting it might. Who knows? I don't know. Right. Any questions on that? Because I think that was enough on that. You get the point. You've got to be consistent to be in front of people, to develop the relationship. And you've got to show stuff that isn't just work, so they get that know, like, and trust with you, because then they trust you. And when you say, guess what? Yeah, I used to struggle, but then I found this thing, this HBA thing, or this Exitus thing, or whatever you're in, like trading, the Sniper Pro, whatever, right? If you can then, or NLP mindset, you know, that was my thing. It was like, Jesus, you know, how have I been holding myself back without even realizing it? Right? So this is how bad life was. This is what I found, and here's where you get it. That's kind of what you got to be thinking. But along the way, yeah, you have to maybe show, this is how I make a funnel. This is, you know, this is how to edit a graphic. Some of that stuff, because that will attract people. But if you're not consistent, I want to state again, the most important thing I would say out of this bit is just be consistent, guys. Somebody spoke to me today, Sherry. She's looking at Exitus, right? She was in it with us nearly 10 years ago. Well, no, yeah, it would be 2016, 2017, right? So I've got, because for those of you who were with us in Exitus before, if any of was here, I know Sarah was, and she's back, and Peter was in it and stuff. But they will let you come back at the minute absolutely for free, no charge. It's Darren as well, so they'll let you come back for free, right? So I've got my list here of all our old customers, and I'm working my way through slowly, but it's quite surprising how many of it's hard to find after all this time. But out of nowhere, coincidentally, she reached out to me. She's never I haven't seen a comment on any of my stuff for certainly the last 5-6 years. The last time I spoke to her was back in 2017. And then today, out of the blue, she's messaged me and she said, I always follow you and Eric's stuff. But she doesn't comment. She doesn't, I don't know, she's stalking us. Right? But now she's back and she's looking to spend $1,000 with us.
Those glasses, Paul.
And it's because we're consistent. Yeah. Right. Any questions on that before we get your stuff dealt with? Or anything you want to add? Any tips? We're open. The other thing, of course, is you can use your AI avatar. So even if you can't be as consistent as you would like, or you're too scared to do the personal stuff, and I'll say scared because that's what it is. But if you don't want to be on camera personally, with AI avatars now, I can sit watching a movie and crank out some videos. You know, it's like I see some of your guys' avatars, and your AI makes you look younger and better, and mine always makes me look older. Don't know what's going on. It does, honestly. Eric puts stuff out. I'm like, who's that fat guy? Oh, that's me. Terminator. I'm telling you, I've seen it all happen. So that's
You know
why
what?
you have to be consistent, though, because it builds a know, like, and trust. And if you're not doing it and you're wondering why it's not working, every time you stop, you're just setting yourself back like however many weeks. You know, thankfully today, it doesn't take that long to do it. You just got to get over yourselves and do it. And it's hard, I know it can be hard, but you just got to do it. Right then, so who needs help? Who's got questions? Who's stuck? I know some of you are stuck because, can you all help me out and do this, please? Let's share this screen. So one of the things that's really weird is, like, you know, when you try and help people and you say, look, I want to help you, help us help you, right? I've emailed this out. I've put it into like 3 groups. I think Eric's posted it out. We sent out this survey and it's like, you know, what solution do you think would suit you best, right? And this is like still stuck trying to make money online. We're curious as to the help people need so we can create better solutions. And only 16 people will bother to tell you how you can help them best. Right? What would you like? So if you haven't done it yet, please message me. I'll send you the link. Okay. In fact, I'll put the link in the Zoom chat here. But if you're watching on the recording, please, you know, do you know, it take you a minute or two.
Oh,
Hello.
can you just check on one of the 16? Because I have done it.
You have. I know. I've seen you on there.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen you.
It went off somewhere and I wasn't sure where it went.
Where are you? You're on here. I saw you.
Debbie.
There you go.
E.
So here's the responses so far. So you tell us, is this right? Would you say as a crowd? So the top solution is a done for you solution where the pages and the marketing are built for you. That's number 1. That's what was top.
The lazy solution.
Yeah, well, lazy, but also people worry about, am I building it right? Am I doing it right? I still today, you know, if I build a page, I'm like, does this look good? Is this, you know, you start to doubt yourself. I've done pages that have made like thousands and you still have that like imposter syndrome sometimes. So is it working or not, you know? Then the other one was group coaching, where the group is shown what to do and does homework, though. That's what we don't do at the minute. We don't. So this is what I'm thinking with the beginner course would be, you know, make a page, you know, go and make a page, send me the page. I did a video the other day. I did the idea of the day, and well, I guess we'll do that in the part of this call. And I said, you know, show me your video, and only one person did it. So it's like, is there any point, you know? Is there any, you're your own worst enemies, to be frank. And I'm not just saying, I'm not talking about you in particular, but a crowd of people that say they want to make money, that won't answer a survey on what help they need, that won't take the, I mean, I did a video and I showed it and I think it took like 15 minutes and I made like 3 or 4 videos or something. And the other one I did was really quick. I said, you make a video like it and send me yours so we can see what you do. And only one person does it. And you see, it's like, if you look at it from our point of view, it's like, well, we thought they said they wanted to make money. And then we're always saying on calls, what help do you need? And it's quiet. What help do you need, guys? And I know, and it's like, yeah, but I didn't want to ask on the call and take anyone's time. But nobody said anything. You don't take anyone's time because nobody said anything. So what you really mean is you probably didn't want to look silly in front of anyone else. But I promise you, most people don't know. And then what was the other one? It was a step-by-step checklist. I can tell you the checklist don't work because we've done them. We've done them how many times and given guides and stuff. So here you go. Is everything you need. Follow it through. And people don't. Hey, look, we've got 2 more responses. So let's just refresh that. Is that still going to be the same? Yeah, still the same order. Nobody wants a community. Only 2 people wanted a community, right? So, so anyway, me and Eric are going to look at that. And again, I really think at the minute, if you can, this is marketing in a nutshell. If you can solve a problem for people, I can't stop screen share. There we go. If you see a problem in the marketplace and you can offer a solution to the problem, there's dollar signs appear. And we're finding that even people that have been doing it a bit still class themselves as newbies, beginners. So I'm thinking there's that element, and then there's the other element of the done for you, which is why me and Eric will talk about it today, probably more towards the end. But we're doing the co-branding thing because a lot of people are, I haven't got a story to tell. Who's going to listen to me, right? So we'll talk about that in a bit as a solution, because what we're trying to do is like, okay, we've got somebody who's brand new. What can we do for them? We've got somebody who's been at it a while, but they're struggling to make any money. What can we do for them? And then it's like, you know what, somebody who's just either just want it done, right, or they just want to like join the firm, as it were. Right? I gave an analogy, like if you really want to be a really good baker and you want to make fantastic sourdough loaves and cakes and things like that, and you're trying to learn from home, it's hard. So what can you do? Where's your prestige? Where's your branding? Well, in Bude we have a place called Electric Bakery. It's really nice. It's really good, top notch stuff. Well, if I get a job at Electric Bakery, right? Guess what? I'm using their branding, right? Where do you work? I work at Electric Bakery. Oh, that really good bakery. Yeah, fantastic. But guess what? I'm also learning, aren't I? I'm learning from them. Even if I'm just on the counter serving, I'm learning what they're doing. I'm seeing how long they bake the sourdough and how the cakes are put together and stuff like that. So it's kind of that deal that we're talking about, actually putting time into people. So anyway, we'll come on to that. Help. Who needs help? Nothing is too silly, because if you're thinking it, I guarantee other people are thinking it. That's what these calls are for.
One thing that may be confusing to everyone, it is to me, is you went over that new page the other day.
A hybrid.
Well, you went over one since then on your site or something, and it's different from the hybrid. And I just wondered if you're saying we need links to both pages on our page. Right now I've just got the link to the hybrid.
Right. So let me talk about the hybrid page then. Right, and Eric, feel free to chip in on this one. So I'll bring the page up. Let me just get it in my funnel builder. I'm not even in. Oh, I am logged in now, Business Academy. So this is another thing when we're offering, try and help people make money. So maybe you aren't sure about how this works, right? Bear with. Master affiliate profits. No, master plan affiliates. Right. So me and Eric, we said we were going to focus this year just on HBA for our recurring income. Why? 70% of people, by my reckoning, on my numbers, take all 3 recurring products. Right, that's $128 per month recurring income coming in. I spoke to somebody today, that Sherry, she wants to make $4,000 a month. So 4,000, all you do is you go 4,000 divided by 128, that's 31.2 customers, so it's got to be 32. And the good thing about that is that basically essentially covers her cost as well at 32. So because it's 80% commissions. So all that stands between her and the perfect world she wants, where the money's coming in every month. Now, obviously, you're going to want a few in reserve because people come, people go. You know, people pass away, people go to prison. I had somebody went into drug rehabilitation. He was a good customer as well. You know, somebody went to prison. I won't tell you what for, but we found it in the local paper. So you know, so you need a few in reserve, but fundamentally, all that's stopping this person having the life of her dreams, in effect, is 32 happy customers. So, do you think on planet Earth there are 32 people that could use HBA?
Absolutely.
There are. Yeah. So there's a lot more. There's enough for all of us, right? I want 100 personals, right? So, you know, that is kind of the focus. What's the problem though with that? Uh-oh.
They don't know what to do and they drop
Okay.
out.
So number one, they even know HBA, and again, what do you get
Yeah,
with HBA?
yeah, I know.
They're on every day to answer questions. They have the What's Working Now webinar on a Monday night. They have the Funnel Builder call on a Friday. They have the traffic and conversions where you watch 6 and 7 figure marketers actually do their marketing. You actually watch over the shoulder, and you can ask questions about anything you need as well. It's like, what more can they do? The affiliate marketing domination.
I know. I hear you.
That even though I keep going on about have I frozen?
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, you got to. They're working on the road, digging up the road, and I have to assume it's that, but my internet just keeps pausing. But when I say who's watched that affiliate marketing domination course in HBA?
I'm on module 3.
Well done, Deborah. Right, because every week I'm struggling. Did you watch the affiliate marketing domination course? No. Wonder why you're struggling.
Paul's struggling.
This is doing my head in. This is fine. So
Oh,
I did a call earlier and it kept doing it, but my bandwidth never dropped, so I don't know what's going on. I've checked my computer, I've done everything right. So number one, what Tommy says is maybe they need that extra help, and me and Eric have always done well offering that extra help. So like, you know, a beginner course, or we have the group or whatever. You know, we can try and offer that so you guys don't have to. And we've always shared that sort of stuff because it's good for us that we offer it, and it means that you guys have confidence to stick with us because you can share what we do. Okay. What else was I saying? So yeah, so HBA, what's the other problem with it is it can take longer to go and find your 32 customers, especially if you're brand new. So Exitus Elite, that's the deal me and Eric made 124k in 4 months. They sent out a message and said, you know what, the yearly fee, we're going to make that lifetime. And because you already paid it, even if it was like in 1972, they said, didn't they? Not that it was around then. So they said, guess what, you can come back if you want at no cost. So that's what we did. So we came back, and then we were looking at it and going, okay, so what's the advantage of Exitus Elite and higher ticket? She only needs 4 or even 2, because there's a $2,000 level now, customers, to get to that level. What's the disadvantage with that though? Well, you need to keep finding 2 or 4 customers every single month. And that, my experience of higher ticket has always kind of been, it's boom or bust. It comes and goes and it averages out, but you have to keep finding the new people. And some months you might not make anything. Another month you might think you're Rockefeller and you know you're ready to order your gold-plated car, you know, but then you get nothing for a couple of months, you know. So now we think we've got the absolute best deal ever because we've got the hybrid, right? So if I share the screen, this is the page, and it's in your back office for all of you. So this is the one you mean, Tommy, yeah?
Yes, that's the one I have mine hooked to.
Right. So there's a video here. The only thing I need to sort this out, that the play button is a bit hidden, right?
let's do it.
But here's me and Eric, and we explain what I just said to you. It's basically, you know, there's this age-old argument on the internet going back to before the internet was around. Is it better to have high ticket or is it better to have recurring? And there's always been kind of this to and fro amongst marketers. Well, now guess what? You can actually do both, right? So we've got the hybrid page, and there's your HBA link, and that is where you put your Exitus link. Now, and we talk about 3K as being a decent amount because a lot of people can live on 3K a month around the world, right? You know, so if you go into your funnel builder and you go add new step, if you need help with this, I can help. But you go add new step page down on the left hand side here, Paul Turner, and then scroll up because it will have loaded them. There it is there, look. So you would just open that up and you just edit you'd have to give it a name, but then you would just go and edit the link. I'm not going to do that. Hybrid, there you go. So you just go in, you have to upload the PDF. So you download it from our site, upload it there. There's no links in that, and just put your HBA link there. And then this is the other thing we said, now listen, we know that you might not all be ready to go and invest in Exitus, right? Either you don't want to because you don't know what it is enough, or you don't want to risk the money, or you can't afford it for whatever reason. And I've been there where I couldn't afford things. But in the back office of Exitus, if you can't, I mean, obviously you want to make $1,000, $2,000 commissions. If you're looking below that, just stick with HBA is my advice. Put the money into HBA, go buy some leads or whatever. But in the back office of Exitus, I can actually create tracking links. So I've put out in the group a couple of times, you know, look, if you don't want to go and get Exitus at the minute, understand, I can set a tracking link up for you with your name on the end. We could put that on that page, and then if somebody buys, I can trace it back to you, and you're basically using our account. So there's a call center option with Exitus, right? So if a customer wants to know more, they can ring into the call center. If the call center close it for you, they take 20%. So me and Eric said, okay, well, we'll give 30% commission then if that happens. So if somebody does buy, you get 30% of what they spend. I'll ask you to invoice, and then we get the rest for letting you use our account, which is pretty fair because you haven't had to invest bigger money if you're not ready to yet or don't want to, right? But only 2 people have taken us up on that. So I don't know what we explained wrong, because to me it seems like a no-brainer.
You got me as one of the 2, right?
Yeah, you're in there.
I'm already with them.
Okay, so have you edited the page?
Have I edited the page?
Yeah, have you downloaded that hybrid page yet?
Not into. No,
Not into your funnel builder.
no. I've done it into. I put my link in for HBA, but I haven't put the link in
On the hybrid page or the quiet commissions page?
on the hybrid page.
Excellent. So why would you not put the Exitus one on yet?
Don't know.
Because we explained on the video, it's kind of not worth going for the 100 or the 250. You might as well really focus on Exitus, on HBA, because it's recurring. The 500 level where it gets a bit like, should I do it, shouldn't I? 1,000 and 2,000 though, definitely. So if you promote that page now, Deborah, and somebody goes, do you know what? And a lot of seasoned marketers, by the way, guys, they would just go for high ticket all the time. Because does it make sense to have to sell lots of these when I can sell one at 1,000 or one at? So a lot of seasoned marketers, their preference will be the high ticket first, right?
So you say promote, well, what, via YouTube or?
Yeah, so you know, we said about know, like, and trust, and I also said about solving a problem. I tell you, it might be worth just going on AI and showing you some stuff on there in a minute then. But yeah, Facebook, YouTube, and possibly TikTok. They're the places I advertise, mostly Facebook, because on Facebook it's easier to build a know, like, and trust, because you can see people. I can look on any of your profiles, and if you put stuff on it, I know a bit about you. So
I'm not using my Facebook personal page. I'm using the business page.
yeah, that's fine.
but I don't know if you got the link for that.
Maybe not, but on your business page, is it just business?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can work, don't get me wrong, but you're basically going, if we were selling calculators, your business page is all what I won't look on it now, right, because in front of everybody, but are you basically going, buy this calculator, buy this calculator, buy this calculator, buy this calculator, buy this calculator? Is there anything
Well,
about how easier it is to use a calculator than try and do the maths in your head? How important it could be to get the maths right on your tax returns, so you really need a good calculator. And you don't need one where the batteries you have to keep changing. You want a solar powered one. Features and benefits, right? Features and benefits is fab, right? Yeah, features and benefits. And then something I learnt once was good, I thought was grab, fab and grab. And the grab line is, yeah, a feature of this is it's got a solar panel, because you don't want to have to keep spending money on batteries, do you? Because it makes the cost of the calculator expensive if every year, every however long, you're going to have to keep buying new batteries. Because you've got, madam, you're buying the Casio MX8B here, which is the flagship range of the Casio range. Well respected brand, that's going to last you for years. So the chances are you'll spend more on batteries than you did on the calculator, right? But not this one. Not if you get that was the MX8A. If you get the 8B, you got the solar panel, so you don't need to keep putting fresh batteries in. Although it does have a battery backup, madam. It's superb. Because you don't want your calculator to run out on you in the middle of an important calculation, do you? No, micro agreement.
but would I post in my business page, like I'm a dog walker and my dogs and things like that?
Pets people go freaking crazy for their pets. So yeah, I would. When you say it's a business page, by the way, it doesn't have to be like just business. It can be a Deborah Moyle page in effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would absolutely put dogs in, because how many people in around the world own dogs?
Okay.
Funny stuff that your dog did today. Dog pooed in my shoes again. Funny stuff. Pooed in one, weed in the other. So yeah, I would, and that's that know, like, and trust we're talking about. If you just sell, it's people pull away from it. So you need to kind of, I mean, Steve Jobs used to talk brilliantly on stage, didn't he? And would Apple have been as successful as it was if it wasn't for Steve Jobs? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I don't think, could have called it cauliflower. Wouldn't have made a difference to the quality of the computers and stuff, would it? But the way he explained things, and it's like what people need and what people want, and he would take people on a journey, and and stuff. Really good. We had when I worked at Hillary's Blinds, it got bought out by a venture capitalist firm, and the guy that took over was superb. So he kind of did it, and we didn't sort of realize it was happening. But the first time he gave us a presentation, he was stood on stage, and he just had like a flip chart, and he was talking about the company and what we were thinking of doing, and all this, and it was good. The next one he did, after some of this had been put into action, he had like a laptop screen up on with him, and he was showing a bit on the computer. And then the last one he did, when a lot of it was implemented and we were talking more about the future and taking it up the next level, it was like a big full multimedia presentation on a stage, and he kind of basically took us on a journey from this is how shit we are now with just a whiteboard and a marker, right? Workable, fine, serviceable, to now we're a bit better, to now look at us and where we're going to be. Yeah. It's a bit like looking at the old spaceships from the old 1950s Flash Gordon films, where the model rockets are just on it. You can see the string and there's a sparkler stuck in the back to make it look like the rocket's going. It was almost like that, and you end up with like Tesla's rocket and stuff. Right, so we've got 13 minutes left. What do we want to do, guys? I'll answer any more questions. And you're not putting Eric on the spot. He needs to work as well. Or should
I've
we
got
do
a technical question if you can
go
help.
for it? Yeah, yeah,
Try
go
and
for it.
hold me back a little bit.
Yeah.
I bought a domain name as
Yeah.
you recommended,
Yeah.
and I went into the office and I put it as a forwarding to the HBA link that you sent me with all the hybrid stuff on it. And every time I try and click on my email on the website, it just keeps coming up with not found, not found, not found. And I keep
Okay.
checking it with GoDaddy, and it says it's all set up, but
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to promote if it's not working. So
No, of course not. What's the link?
www.thewealthelite.com.
Woo, get you. The Wealth Elite.
Yeah.
.com. Can't reach this page.
Not there. I'm like, and I keep trying to sort it out, and then I get fed up trying to sort it out, and then I ignore it and put my head in the sand again.
Like that. So take out the www dot. Just do HTTPS.
On the actual forwarding bit.
HTTPS
Yeah.
thewealthelite.com. So yeah, that's working still. There you go, Sarah. So what it is in your DNS settings, if you contact, send you this, Sarah Jane. Oh, you're back to Sarah Jane Cruikshank, or is that the other
Yeah,
one?
because people just, I had really problems with work, people stalking me and stuff like that. So I had to change it to Sarah Jane.
Yeah,
then-
sorry about that. Yeah,
I know, and Paul, you've been a fucking nightmare. I thought I'd let you find me again and put it back, but
Oh yeah, cheers for that. Yeah, it's so much easier to go through your bins now. Um, so what it is, and I'm no expert on any of this stuff, believe me, but when you go and you set I think it's the A record or the C name,
right.
but one you can set as www dot, and you need to set that as well, just as you've. So they give you. Did you put in the domain numbers, and it'll be like 123.567 dot whatever.
No, I went on to forwarding and I just copied and pasted that link that you sent me in the chat and just pressed save, and it just said it's all set up, but it obviously wasn't working.
Yeah. If you go to Sage, the AI assistant in HBA,
Yeah.
and you basically put that in and tell it, it should solve that problem. It should tell you what to do, and if not, just say to GoDaddy and say, if I put this in, it works, and if I put this in, it doesn't. It's the www dot, and you just need to set the. And I can't remember if it's the A name or the C name, right? No, there is a www dot in there in the DNS settings. Yeah, do you know the DNS settings?
Yeah.
So in the DNS settings, you'll see a www dot entry.
DNS records. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike covers that in a very elementary way on setting up.
Yeah.
If you look at the training in HBA, his training on setting that up, it's just, I mean, you can't make it any simpler. You won't have any trouble doing it.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll have a look at that. Thank you, Tony.
If I can do it, I can assure you can. Because I'm done with the brick on this stuff.
So frustrating. When something doesn't work, I just get cross and I'll switch off. I'm like, I can't do it.
It's I think it's under here, Sarah. Is it you go Funnel Builder Academy?
Right.
In the left here, set up, buying and integrating your custom domain.
Right.
That's it.
And Mike he's really good at teaching all this stuff.
Oh, brilliant. It's knowing where to go. I know there's probably information's everywhere, but it's knowing which one to go to, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably that one, the @ There you go. But there's the support there. And you can message the Sage thing down here, but that number there, I think you need to set the www. Well, yeah, go through this, right? Go through that. It's only 14 minutes. Look,
right.
If you get stuck, give me a shout. I'll have a look. So I've done mine. So
thank you.
Can't remember what I did, but I know I did it.
Cool.
Right. What else? What else do we need to do then?
Is Eric going through the notebook? Then
Notebook LM. Oh yeah, you were going to do that this week, weren't you, Eric? What's Anne sent me?
Oh, we'll set it up for next week, and I'll do it for you guys because we're wrapping. We only got 8 minutes. I need longer than that. So
okay. Well,
I'll give you guys some simple strategies on how I'm using that.
I've tried to set it up and everything, but there's one thing that's not working. I can't remember what it is now.
Yeah, just shoot me a message if you do, and I'll
Okay,
be happy to help.
thank
On
you.
my post with that magazine, somebody's just a marketer, Paul Hardingham, he's just put, "Oh, such nostalgia. I've got to admit, I really miss those days." See? He's watching what I'm doing. We've just built know, like, and trust because I put a picture
I think
of
the big thing is everybody overcomplicates this thing. I've been doing content online since 2008, and to me, nothing's changed. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, we have AI now, but there was this back then or this. It's the same thing, guys. It's people. It's a fear of getting content out there. That's why AI is exciting for people, because I can hide behind AI. But let's be honest. AI is great, and use AI if you're willing to do that. But if you're open to putting yourself out there, that's actually that's going to do really, really well. And I predict over time, people are going to get kind of desensitized to the AI, and they're going to be sort of looking for that real as well, that real person. But we're promoters. That's what we have deals. We're promoters. I mean, simplify this thing in your head. Like, this is my programs. I'm a promoter, right? And my job, if I'm using social media, if you're not, becoming this expert in these advertising methods, we use social media to grow our business. So it's social, right? Like, look at what we do, right? It's our job is to go out there and connect with other people, right? And to promote and share an opportunity. The problem with that is, if your entire focus is your opportunity, that's if you imagine that they open up the guide like you're opening up Netflix or something, right? Like, and yours is just opportunity. That's your only thing, right? Opportunity. Well, how are people in an attraction marketing setting going to get to know who you are? Because attraction marketing is about sharing your story, right? Sharing a little bit about you. We all come from different places. We all have likes, dislikes. We all are completely different. And we're all unique. So it's about being able to go out there and let people know who you are, what's important to you, what they resonate with. And so while you're putting together the promotional stuff, what can you do? I used to just share my journey. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm okay. I'm fine being new. I loved being new. I wish I could still say I was new, because I related to 95% of the people in the marketplace who are new and trying to make money. So, it's like Sarah said, when you try something for the first time, maybe you don't have to put it on camera, but maybe you tell the story. Listen, I've never done an AI video before, and our community just helped me, learn this new tool, and I just tried to do it, and it was cool. Here's the video. What do you guys think? But it was kind of intimidating at first, but I never thought I'd be putting together AI videos. This is kind of cool. It could be a 30-second video, right? That you just throw up and let people know. The other thing is I think when I was really heavily marketing, which I used to be like market constantly and connect with people, it's like, once you put your content out there, this is your business. So think about it. I put 3 videos out today, right? And maybe those videos get a little bit of traction, because you haven't built an audience or anything yet. Are you done? Like, for the day? So in other words, my job is to promote. My job is to get eyeballs in front of my content and my opportunity. Well, those 3 videos are done for the day. I've put them up. I'm thinking, what else can I do for my business now? Am I going to put a video up every hour for the 24 hours? No. But how can I help my business now? How can I help people get to know who I am? Well, that's through engagement, right? That's through, okay, I've done that. I've got 45 minutes. How can I help my business this next 45 minutes? Yeah, you can go on AI and play around and have a community chat and all that fun stuff. And that's great. And you can even show people all this. I talked to Chat GPT for a week, and we had these great conversations. It's great. How does that help your business? It really doesn't. So if you have that time, it's like, okay, where's my target audience hanging out? You know what I mean? Where are they hanging out? Is it a Facebook group? Is it here? Who's following? Where are they at? So I need to go hang out where they're at. And it's just like years ago, I used to have to go into network meetings, right? And all these people in network meetings are just trying to sell each other, right? It's just, oh, I do this, I do that. This is what my company does. Da, 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 da. And I would go into those things and go, I never even talked about what I did. all I did was I walk in, I was just start talking. Hey, well, what do you do? Well, yeah, we have this special, vacuum that does this, and I just take their card and I'd write their stuff down, and then I go to the next. Hey, what do you? Because everyone will talk about what they're doing, right? Everyone wants to talk about what they're, especially in that environment. What do you do? Oh, yeah, I do. I'm a neuro linguistic programming expert with Paul, right? I'm talking to Paul. Oh, that's awesome, Paul. Write it down. Da, da, da. So I walk out of there and the guy that's trying to pitch everybody is excited because he's like, oh, I got 4 people that said they may be interested in what I'm selling. And I walk out and I go, well, I've got like 100 names here. I know exactly what they do. I've got even because I've asked them questions. I just write that down. Now I can follow up with these people and connect with these people and say, hey, Paul, man, it was great meeting you at the convention. You were telling me all about the NLP, and stuff that you did. Like I genuinely know about Paul, where these other people don't care. They're not listening. So same as with social media. It's like go engage on their content. Where's your audience at? You can only create content for so long, and then just make a connection with them, say hi. Again, it's not really rocket science, you know what I mean? And if you do that enough, even if you're say, 15, 20 minutes a day, you just get in the pattern of doing that. Some of these people are going to start watching your content. They're going to start engaging in your content. It's the law of reciprocity. You go engage on their stuff, they're going to engage on yours. And, and again, I think it's not a lost art, but I just think everybody is.
Nobody wants
so
to. I don't want
focused.
to do it. I don't want to do it, and I have to force myself, and I don't do it enough. I'll be dead frank with you. I know it makes me money every time I do it, and I don't do it enough, right? But like Eric said, it could be 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. It's amazing. This is why you've seen me talk about the 100 list before. If not, I'll cover it again next week. Remind me. But this is why I write the names down. I have 100 names. They're the people that I'm following and engaging with. Somebody tells me to get lost because they're not interested. Cross them off, replace the name. Somebody buys, cross them off, replace the name. Right? It's very manageable, guys, to look after 100 people, like in terms of engaging and following them. Where do you get them from? Well, if I'm trying to attract, side hustlers, there are a ton of online marketing groups, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in these groups. Network marketing, affiliate marketing, people that have been ripped off in some of these crazy Ponzi schemes and stuff and the crypto stuff, right? Just go and make friends with people in there.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that generally people take you seriously if you're just using AI promotion? Because when I see AI, I switch off. When I see a human face talking, I'm on. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that's a real person, thank God.
Yeah. I think it's gone from being a novelty and exciting.
Yeah.
I think we're just starting to get where it's turning now to being what I'm seeing anyway.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, thank God that's a real person.
Yeah, I feel like that when I watch social media. I'm just like, AI is really fun and it's brilliant being faceless, but I just think go back to basics and just be you and just get on camera and it's
but then this is how you handle it, because there's still hands up who wants to be on camera every day. No. So that's just as I thought, right? So then what you do is, and I know one person on here, I won't mention, Tommy, tells the AI to make the guy look 10 years younger.
Yeah. Does that count?
Videos. Yeah.
Of course, that's what we do.
So
21 again, man.
Yeah, don't go on what's that app? Tinder. So, but what if the AI said, the clock's going on. Right? What if the AI said, "Hi, I'm Digital Paul." Eric used to do "I'm Eric 2.0," the better version, I think he used to say, didn't you? But what if you said, "I don't like being on camera, so this is the digital me"? Because then, guess what? What are the let's show you a couple of things because it ties in brilliantly.
You
so
should
first
always
of all,
say it's not actually you; it's your AI avatar or alter ego or whatever. But you should say like, I'm Anne's avatar. I'm not, she's off busy doing something else, or she's got her hands full talking to people or whatever. But yeah.
Or what if you said, this is Paul's avatar because Paul doesn't like being on camera to build his side hustle.
At least that's honest, isn't it? At least you're being
that's something people can relate to.
Yeah.
So this is like, I want to attract people. So this is Perplexity, but you can use any AI you like, right? I want to attract people who want a side hustle online. Please tell me their pains, frustrations, and problems, then their dreams, desires, and wants for their side hustle. And then tell me how HBA can be an answer to that. Please list in a nice table, right? So they've tried other things, blah, blah, blah. They want a simple, legit way to make, right? Blah, blah, blah. And then this is how HBA can be the answer. Do you really need me to point out that every single one of these lines on this table has a potential video, blog post, graphic, social media post? Do I need to point that out, or do you all see that?
It's just getting your arse in gear and doing it, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the hardest thing.
Yeah. Tell me what they don't want to do, right? So let's see what it says. I haven't, I've done the pains and frustrations and things, right? Don't want to trade all their evenings and weekends for a second job, spend months learning complicated stuff, gamble big money, do boring, low-paid micro tasks. Well, that's where the AI comes in. Do you want to be making videos every day, guys? Or do you want to be, you turn a problem into a solution, and guess what? We've got the solution because we're doing an idea of the day and we're doing weekly calls and we have a group for support, and HBA themselves do a live call every single day, and Monday to Friday, and blah 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 blah. Promote low quality, low commission products just to make a few dollars. Well, it's 80%, isn't it? So do you all want to write that down, or just make
Well,
a note?
and the other thing, guys, I mean, obviously if you're going to use AI, that's fine, 100%. But also try to incorporate AI stuff that go look on TikTok, go look at different places where it's a funny video or it's something that got millions of views, and you can incorporate that into your postings as well, things that entertain or make people laugh, because what's that doing? It's not just you. Well, there's Sarah's AI again, like 10 times a day I just see her pitching the deal. It's like, no, now you're entertaining me. There's creative stuff that you're making with AI outside of that, so it's getting people to engage on your content. So when you do have your AI pop up, right, you've got more people engaging with you because you're doing a mixed bag of content. You know what I mean? Always think about that. You're either in social media, you're either entertaining people, you're solving a problem, or you're educating them. I mean, that's when I go online, that's the three things I'm looking for. I'm going to YouTube, I'm trying to learn something. Oh, this guy's going to educate me. I'm going to TikTok because I want to brain rot and I want to laugh for a little bit. And I'm doing that. Or, that's why I'm going for all those things. So incorporate that into your marketing. And then have fun with your AI. Like I said, hey, this is Eric 2.0. I really hate doing this AI, but if you guys saw the real me, I'm way too sexy. You'd never pay attention to the content I'm about to share with you. You'd just be staring at me the whole time. So let me tell you why, how you can make, an extra $3,000 a month with starting a business, for $35 with our community or whatever. So just have fun with it.
So if I've just given you the idea of the day. I've given you how many ideas there, right? So there's the idea of the day. You should all hopefully know how to make a video and upload it by now. And if not, come to the group, Quiet Commissions members, and go to the guides. And you can see me do it. Here, guide 4. Watch me create marketing shorts, how to get captions and upload the videos, sticking 2 shorts together, a whole lot in there, right? So you can go through those as many times as you want. You can ask in the group if you need help, right? You can definitely do that. Also, while I got it up, that Anne sent this. So this is, look, they're all the same. You've got Betty Bottler in there as well. But mostly the dog look, and this is all AI, alter ego. I saw one of them. 250 views, 250 views, and it's like a holographic dog.
Yeah, and on TikTok, one of those has it's closing in on 500 views now.
There you go. So it's fun, it's different. It's not just an avatar. In fact, I wonder how the Betty Bottler ones do.
Lead Lightning's my tiny money robot.
28 compared with, right? I know it obviously looks AI, but it's more like a real person. What about this one? 117. So I'm not going to go through them all, but I would wager that the holographic sort of looking dog does better than the character overall. Is that right, Anne?
Absolutely.
There you go. And
besides the
I
fact that
didn't
it's
know that.
motivational stuff and inspirational stuff, which people eat up as well, it's
Yeah.
also got the dog aspect.
And when you say check out Anik Singhal, do you mean on YouTube or?
On Facebook even. He runs a lot of classes and courses, and he has been using his AR avatar for all of his marketing for a long time, and you would never know the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just opened up HeyGen again today to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Has AI ruined Gen Zs?
Yeah, but you'll find him advertising on Facebook as well, so you can find out lots of good information if you log in and jump on some of his free courses.
Okay, so you can check him out. And then what I did here just before we go, then again, I spoke to somebody the other day. They've been with us a while, and I said, look, you got vidIQ? No, you got to get vidIQ, right? You got to get vidIQ. And people don't realize the power of it. It is specialist at YouTube. It's fantastic. I am not getting round to making my YouTube videos. I'm really good. I'm just gonna, if I don't answer messages for a day, I'm recording YouTube videos. But can you find me the top 10 videos promoting? I went for Exodus because it's high ticket, right? And then advise on what I should do to copy them. So he's gone through, and it's that guy you sent me the other day, Eric, actually, Dan Falk, right? He's got 5 of the top 10 spots, right? This proves that consistency, where did we start? Know, like, and trust. And one of the ways you do it is by being consistent, right? And updating your reviews annually is a winning strategy. So here's all his the top 10. He's dominating, right? Deconstructing the winning formula. It tells you what to do. The spam versus legit hook, right? The comparison model, right? How I can copy it with an AI twist, right? Because my channel, guys, by the way, sorry, Eric, you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. So vidIQ tells me my channel is 99% male and they're into AI. They're the videos that resonate. So that's what it's telling me to do more of, right? So it's telling me to use an AI twist, right? It links to your channel. It reads all your videos. It's fantastic, right? Make a tutorial, how I automate high ticket sales, Exodus Elite setup, right? The comparison strategy, your move, Exodus Elite versus competitor, which is better for AI automate. So it's telling me what to do. It's like, again, ideas. You never stuck for ideas. So then it's like, option B, the result, please write a script on this. This helps me, and maybe it's just me, but I always copy and paste back into AI, whatever AI I'm using. If I see something I like and I want to expand on, I just take what it gave me and I copy it back in and said, oh, for this, tell me what I need to do. Now it will write me a script, so I don't even have to think. But what I can tell you, have you heard that saying, facts tell, stories sell? So when it gives you the idea, it's not going to know all my experience of working at Hillary's Blinds, my experience of working at Home Power Electrical, working online for the last 15 years, being in network marketing, affiliate marketing, my love of old computers. If you can, my mindset stuff, if you can tell a story that relates to what it is you're doing, it's way more powerful than just going, yeah, HBA has been going 10 years and it pays 80% commissions and you only need 4 people to be on $500 a month, and right? If you say things like, I used to work really hard selling ebooks off ClickBank, thought it was the best thing ever, but if I wanted to make $500 a month and I'm selling a $27 ebook, I needed this many. And if you see me do videos where I'm talking about commissions and things like that, I'll always get a calculator out or share the screen. I know the numbers most of the time, but it's more powerful to go, right, so let's look, you want to make $4,000, yeah? $4,000 a month, right? Divided by 128. That's only 32 people that stand in between you and freedom. And then I'll have a rant because you all get too busy. But if your loved one was in hospital, you go and visit them. Priorities. If your backside was on fire, you'd find a way to put it out. Priorities.
You remember when you're learning these tools too, you have valuable knowledge that you can share with people who are also trying to make money. They may not necessarily be interested in what we've got right now, but they're out trying to make money, and you can share that. You you can teach people and share what you're doing, even if you think you're not at this great level. I promise you, there's people that are like, wow, how did you even, how'd you do that? I mean, with Notebook LM, I can literally create these amazing PDFs, and I'm getting
I'm
ready to move
sick
to
of
South
reference,
America.
guys. Every day there's another PDF.
I'm getting ready to move to South America, and I'm belong to these groups and talking in there and asking questions. And this guy reaches out to me and he says, hey, I've got a condo and a piece of property. This is in like Medellin, Colombia, and he's in Chicago. And he sent me this PDF he had made it himself, and he copied and pasted pictures in there, and it gave great information and all that sort of thing. And I just uploaded that to Notebook LM, and it reproduced that entire PDF, and it looked like a Fortune 500 company did it. I didn't do anything. And I'm not like Mr. AI, but I learned how to use the tool, and I sent it back to him, and he was blown away. And when he said, "Wow, man, that's crazy," I said, "Well, you know what?" I said, "I'd be glad to kind of help you here and there if you think you could give me a better rate on this monthly rental for this condo there." And he ended up coming back saying, "Yeah, I'll knock off another." He knocked off like another whatever it was, $100 a month on the rental of this property. So that's the thing. You have all this in your hands. Like, you're learning it, reteach it. We talked about that last week. Learn, do, and teach. Even though if you don't think you're a great teacher, it doesn't matter. If you learn something, go talk about it, go share it, and then go. It's a great way to reach out to people where you're not pitching people. You could use your AI and create content for that person. What a great way to reach out. Hey, I saw you put this up here. Here's a video that I made real quick of you know, promoting your company. You know what I mean? Like, if they're not really doing any of that, that's another great way to reach out. It's how, honestly, like, if you were trying to go out, like, I mean, we didn't do this, Paul and I, but there are people that reach out to small companies, right? And they have AI. Well, they go to that company, they have I have built up a new website, they do whatever, and then they just send the company that, and the company's like blown away, like, oh wow, okay, how did you do that, and how can I hire you? Well, it's the same thing when you're connecting with people. Just be creative. I mean, how to do this stuff. They don't. Show them how it can help them in their business. I mean, don't always think I'm trying to get a sale. I'm trying to, like, just connect with people, help people, build the relationships every single day. Figure out ways to build relationships with people, and kind of take away just, I'm trying to sell this, you into this business. How can I build a relationship with you? How can I help you? Who can I connect you with? Oh, well, our community teaches that. I don't know. Or here's a free thing, like Ann just did, right? All that with him. It's like, how many people are not aware that there's free trainings from, and I know him, he's a multi seven figure massive marketer. How many people don't know he has a free training? How many people could I reach out to and say, hey, I'm using this guy's free training. It may help you as well. So I just think that's where a lot of people fail, is it's all about just, what can I throw out against the wall? Content. And they're not thinking about, how can I sit here for 30 minutes and connect with 20 people without being a spammy, or without being weird, or without being that person? Like, how can so I can either engage on their content, or I see something they're doing and I offer a solution. I say, hey, I noticed you were doing this, which is awesome, but this may help. It's a tool I'm using and it's helped me. Boom. That's it. You're not pitching. You're just sharing. You're just sharing. And that's the stuff I did in the early days. I had no list. Nobody knew me. Nothing. I just reached out. I just connected with people, and trust me, not in a weird way. Like, oh, I went through that phase, and I learned really quickly, like, oh, I'm the creep in the corner, trying to get everyone to click my link. So you learn and you get past that, and you go, how can I be of value to people? How can I connect with people? How can I share without any benefit? Like, that's one of the hardest things to do, is because we always are like, there's no benefit. Like, I'm going to connect you to this. I'm going to connect you with this other person that can help you. I'm going to connect you with this piece of software. And there's no benefit from that, for you, that you think there's no benefit, but there is. There's massive benefit from that.
Because you're building know, like, and trust. So listen, we're over time, so we'll call it a day unless there's any last questions. But before we go, look, how many people do you think are looking to make money online would love to be on this call if they knew about it? And again, I think I said it last week. Why aren't you all taking a photo or doing a screen grab and putting it out on your social media? There's nothing wrong to be learning You don't need to make sales. I'm learning how to do this stuff. That's still very attractive to people. Well, what are you learning? Who are you learning from? Where do I get it? How is, so just do this, guys. It's easy. There's your idea for the day. There's another idea for the day. Look. So if you want, grab a screen grab of this Zoom and do that, because it doesn't always bring a sale in straight away. But again, over time, it's that consistency. Oh, he's done that weekly call again. He's on the call again. He's on the call again.
That curiosity thing as well, innit?
Might be that. Am I missing out? It goes from Paul's an idiot. He's doing one of those online things. That's stupid. It will never work. Then it's like he's still doing it. What a fool. What a fool. Then it's like, well, he's still doing it. What's going on? And then you post a sale or you post a little win or you post something. Eventually, those people come to you and they say, I always knew you'd do well with it. Where do I join? True. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I promise you again and again and again and again and again. I'd never join an iTicket thing like that. It's ridiculous. Some of them are in Exodus with us. it's just, I always said I'd never join another online thing. And here they are.
Here I am.
And there's Sarah. Case in point. I'm done with it all. I'm done.
Oh, what's that idiot doing now? Oh my God, it's Eric as well. Bloody hell, what are they up to? Oh, fucking hell. I'm not listening to this. No, I'm not looking. No, look. Oh, hang on. Let me just listen.
And we didn't approach Sarah. It's just you got to keep putting stuff out. People see it. And a lot of you do it a bit and then you stop and you go, it didn't work. And then maybe you do one of these calls and you do it a bit and you stop. You got to get married to the process, divorce from the outcome. That's what you got to do. You got to get married to the process, divorce from the outcome. Do it. And the more you do it, the better you get, the faster you get, So we're going to go, unless there's any last burning questions. Right, in that case then, I'll see you next week. If anybody's got any questions, I'm happy to help, but probably not. I'm going to go and cook. But we're doing we've charged people for doing stuff for them. We work for Robert Hollis, we charged him. We worked for Eric's worked for more than me, like big marketers and stuff like that. And obviously that takes time, so we charge. So what we're doing at the minute is, if you join Exodus at $1,000 or $2,000 level, or you're in and you upgrade, we're doing, like Eric came up with this co-branding idea, like I talked about the electric bakery. Come and join the firm. We'll do Zooms with you. We're on today with a guy, Marius. We've got more in the list, but that's, if you're interested in just like having somebody like make the pages with you, make marketing assets with you, so you leverage our story and what we've done. Talk to us, and there's not a join link. It's a talk to us and see if it's a fit and what you would need, what you would like, if we can do it. So just to finish on that, it's a legitimate kind of, you'll be on Zooms with us as part of the team, as it were, and we'll do that for 30 days with you. So we build up some marketing collateral. We can make any pages you need. We can get you all set up, and it's designed to just like get you over the hurdle if that's what it is. Or this guy today, he's a seasoned marketer, and he's just like, let those new two numbskulls do it for me rather than me sit and do it all myself. Right? Whatever, there's an option there if you're interested. All right. So you can speak to me or Eric, whoever you think is sexier. Right, and then we'll see, won't we?
I'll go there.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Cheers, everyone.